Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how to make changes to your scanned email address book. Whether it's adding an address, deleting one, or making modifications to an existing one, this is going to show you how to do that easily. First and foremost, you're going to need to know your IP address for your printer. If you don't have that information or are not sure how to get it, I've typed up some simple instructions here. Take a moment to pause the video, go get your IP address, and come back to this video when you have it. You'll definitely need that to do this. But once you have your IP address for your printer, open up a web browser, whether it's Chrome or Firefox, Edge or Safari. I typically use Chrome. I have the best luck with it doing this, but the other browsers do work. They can just be finicky sometimes. But either way, you're going to open up a web browser and then type your IP address into the URL bar. So yours will be different than the one I've typed in, most likely, but I have a printer I'm using as an example today. So once you do that, a screen like this should pop up. If it won't load this screen, double check to make sure your printer's turned on and connected to the same network as your computer. If it's not on the same network as your computer or not turned on, it's not going to be able to communicate with the printer, and you won't get this screen. But once you have this screen popped up, first thing you want to do is hit this button here that says Store Address. And that's going to open up our address book for our scanned email and all of our scans. But this video, we're going to simply deal with scanned email. So if you want to add a new email, you're going to click this button here that says New Registration. And email is already selected, so you can hit OK. And once this pops up here, there's just a few things we need to do. So here you're going to enter the name. I'm going to say test1. And I'll show you what I mean by name. This is what actually comes up on the copier. So I have an example here. That name, that's going to be what you read here. So here it would say test1, now that I've entered that. Next thing you want to do is put a checkbox in main. Reason being is it puts it on the front display of the ScanFact screen rather than hides it in the index. If you want it in the index, that's fine. You don't have to click main, but most people prefer to have it on the main screen. Otherwise, you'll have to sit here and click through the index rather than it just being in the favorites screen. And then the final thing we have to do is just add an email address. So I'm going to put in just a demo email address. And then once you've done that, you can hit OK. And if you have more to add, you can go ahead and hit continue registration. Otherwise, you can just hit return. And again, I'll just add a second one for the heck of it. And then you've successfully added scanned email addresses. Once you're done and you've added all that you want to add, you can hit return. And again, you'll see all your addresses here. If you want to delete or edit any, that's simply done here. I'm going to go ahead and delete the ones that I just added as I don't actually need them. So you just hit that delete button and then OK, and it will pull it from the printer and remove it. And if you want to edit an address, one that's already on the printer and existing, same simple process. You're just going to hit the add button, and then it will pull up that same screen we saw earlier, and you can change the details in there. But it is simple as that. Once you've done that, you can just simply close out of the web browser and you're good to go. You are up and running with scanned email functionality.